I suppose a sports fan's favorite athlete of his childhood only dies once. So with your indulgence, I'm going to tell you about mine. George Thomas Seaver, known as the Franchise, and Tom Terrific, was the greatest Met of all time. He not only won over 300 games, 3 Cy Young Awards, was elected to the Hall of Fame with a then unheard of over 98% of eligible votes. He also brought the Mets from lovable losers to world champions, leading the staff of the Miracle Mets in 1969. Although he wound up playing for 4 teams, to fans he was always a Met, only temporarily in another uniform. He was a power pitcher and later in his career a finesse pitcher, and his mastery of the art of pitching, the title of a book that he wrote, was beyond compare. He would think about what the batter was expecting and then throw something else among his vast repertoire, up and in, low and away. He once complained to an umpire for calling a pitch a strike because he was using a high fastball to set up a pitch that was yet to be thrown. I modeled my Little League pitching motion on his, though with just a bit less success. And I invited him to my bar mitzvah, though he never did get a reply. He wound up on the Reds as the result of being a leader in the movement that created the modern game, giving more rights to players to go where they wanted as free agents instead of being bound to one team and one team's budget. And when he returned to the Mets, they haplessly failed to protect him, and he was plucked in a supplementary draft by the White Sox and won his 300th game in their uniform, ironically on the mound of Yankee Stadium. And because this is a spiritual environment and we are approaching Shabbat, one last unexplainable but notable Tom Seaver influence. The Mets, of course, did not win a World Series between 1969 and 1986, and they haven't won one since. Attempting a comeback, the Red Sox signed Seaver, and he pitched a bit in the '86 season, but injuries kept him off of their World Series roster. Yet there he was, in the wrong uniform, in the dugout of Shea Stadium for the incredible Game 6 comeback and Game 7 clincher. And I have to believe that although he outwardly pulled for his then current employer, in his heart, he was happy for the team with which he will always be connected for as long as the boys and girls of summer take the field. Shabbat Shalom.